Okay guys, welcome to another installment on how to install carbon fiber onto your LiveWire. So we've done a couple of pieces already here and there. We're gonna do now another very nice piece, which is highly visible for the LiveWire. And that piece will probably be the seat, because after I do the seat, I may want to do that tail piece that is on the bike. So once that's done, then we can do the tail piece on the bike, and obviously we'll take care of that. The seat is right underneath this package of boxes here. So that's one of the bigger ones. So let's move some of the stuff that we have out of the way. Okay, go to the side. Here next to the V-Rod, which is my other baby. Love that bike. Had it for 18 years. It's crazy fun to ride, and still people give me thumbs up on it when I'm riding around on it. And they go, dude, I've never seen a Harley like that. Well, it's a V-Rod, buddy. That's a really good bike. It's really cool and really clean. And I should have put some of these other pieces away. So here we have two pieces. So let's grab this. Let's grab that. Let's grab instruction manuals. Bubble wrap in here that we don't need, instruction manuals. So let's move this over to the side. And what do we have here? We have here the low profile 2-up seat LiveWire. Once again, very important, safety glasses, which we need. Okay, you don't have any problems. Skill level, according to this, it's gonna take an hour and a half to install. We get two pieces, 1, 2, 3 pieces, according to this, 3 things. We'll check it out. Here's the full instruction set. Once again, I love how Harley Davidson kind of gives you everything detailed out. So now we're going to get to the point of disassembling the bike, the current seat, and adding this new one on there. So let's read all about this, and we'll take it from there. All right, so the first piece we're going to be taking off is this piece over here, and I'll walk to the bike and I'll show you guys what I'm planning on taking off first. This cushion here. This piece, which kind of pretty much is what you hug with your thighs, with your inner thighs. In this section here is what we're going to be replacing for the new one that has the texture of the complete seat. So that'll be pretty cool. The complete seat will have a uniform look. And we'll put this one away. Maybe once again throw it into the buy sell trade forum of the LiveWire if somebody wants to do something with it or needs a replacement because theirs got ripped, torn, or something like that. So let's start by taking this seat apart. So to do that, we have to come over here and let's open this up here. And all LiveWires have this section here. And this is where we keep the goodies for the bike. And according to this, there's 2 screws that are here, Torx, that kind of hold this centerpiece or this thigh piece into place. So let's go to our toolbox and see if we get lucky and we have that Torx, which I don't know if I do or if I don't. All right, this is what we're gonna need, this Torx right here that we have in our hands. And this Torx is gonna help us get that seat out off that bike. So let's start off by unscrewing these Torx screws that are here. And let's start off with this first one. One out. I'm going to start off with second Torx here. And there it is, Torx number 2. And once it gets to a certain level, you should be able to pull it off without any issues. Okay, put this away, put the tool away, and let's see how this piece comes out. Technically, this piece should easily come out if the tank cover's off. So I'm gonna try to take this tank cover just for sake of argument off of the bike, because it'll make it easier for us to probably get to this stuff, and we'll see some of the goodies inside the bike. So let's see what we have here. There's one screw, comes off. the other one goes over here. And it comes off. Yeah, remember how you said that I was going to lose this GoPro mount? No, I didn't. I still have it here. The carbon fiber middle part was a stick-on part, so it wasn't really a part that I needed to worry about losing the carbon fiber. I mean the GoPro mount for the cameras, which is pretty cool. So let's go here. Let's lift this up so we don't scratch her up. And as we can tell, still kind of, I wish I had a longer Torx, but I guess I'm gonna have to buy a new set of Torx screwdrivers for this if I'm gonna be doing more of these videos and taking this thing apart, which hopefully I will be doing some more nicer and better demos of different parts that we're gonna be replacing here. So here we go, it's off. So again, 2 screws, they're the longer screws, we can tell here. As you guys can see, they're the longer screws. Put away the Torx screwdriver, grab this cover, boom, she comes off really easily. Let's, for sake of not scratching her, let's put her down here in the box where she stays nice and comfy. And here's where we have the inside parts, the guts of the LiveWire. I know we had recently a BCM module replaced on it because it was kind of throwing out some weird errors. So hopefully that new one will not give us that many issues. And let's see what happens here. So according to this comes off. Damn, there it is. So this piece easily comes off, just slides up and out of the bike. This is the original factory piece, which can be redone if they need to, but it looks pretty simple. So let's put that over here. Once again with the other one. And let's get the new piece that goes in there. There she is. Nice textured finish. According to this, the seat is going to give me an inch lower on the ground. So my wife, which also rides this bike, is going to be able to reach the ground a bit better than before, which is pretty awesome for her. She was really happy when I told her that tidbit. So hopefully now we got to find the fitting on this. So let's get the camera at a right angle here for you guys. There's the 2 screws, boom, boom. According to this, it's supposed to fit right here like so. Able to fit it here, there. Fit it here. There's some clips back here. Clips grab on to the frame of the bike. There's one side. I'm gonna go back to this side and see where the other clip is at. I see right there, feel it. Now where does that clip go? Oh, clip goes right there. There it is. Real simple. Now let's grab these 2 original screws that we had from them, not the big ones, but the smaller of the 2. And let's go over here and set them up. And there it is. Finger tightening them right now, and then we'll grab the Torx screwdriver and kind of do the requested recommended torque value. And that tells me if I'm not threading them the wrong way, so that's pretty cool. See, this one's kind of crooked right now. It's not going in. screw. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the torque screwdriver. And now we're really gonna tighten them. Not that hard, obviously. Plastic, and it's being held by the seat. Some clips on the other side. Okay. Everything's down, snug. It's not flying outside. It's not pulling itself out. As you can tell, I'm kind of flexing it this way. It's holding in place. It's holding its place in place, basically. Okay, so that's that. So let's go check the instruction manuals. And what we'll do is we'll just put the other one back away in here. Same bag the other one came in. And we have a spare part that we can put on the buy-sell tray for them. So we still got the 2 big screws in our pocket for the big tank covers. Take this big bad boy. There she is. Looking pretty cool. And according to this, there's a bunch of screws we have to take off. So there's the piece 1. There's that. So let's flip this over. There we are. Here we is here. Okay. Yeah, looks like inspected. Number 637 inspected it. So that's cool. Okay, according to this instruction guide, and obviously it's kind of turned night out, so I have to kind of get some lighting, extra lighting here inside the shop slash warehouse slash garage slash man cave that I have here, because it's the only place that they let me have my toys. So according to this, I have to do now is remove the E-clip, which is this one over here. If you guys can see my hand, according to this, E-clip is right there. And then I gotta remove a washer, spring to take part of this seat off so it can kind of disengage with this little tray where you kind of hold your goodies for your bike. As you can tell, your charging cable, and I got a couple of things here, transponder for the toll road and stuff like that. So let's see, what else do we have to do? So remove the E-clip, remove the washer, remove the spring, remove the lock pin, remove screw 7, and remove screw 7 over here. If we look at this, there we are, 7, which are down at the bottom. These over here, according to that, it is those right there. And that should let me disengage this whole seat assembly, which is the one that's sticking up here like so, all the way out. And so I can replace it with the other one. So I'll do that, and I'll fast forward the video for you guys so you guys don't have to go through that whole headache of me doing that. So let's put this away here for now. And we gotta remove that E-clip. How do we move an E-clip? And here they are, the 2 screws. Now, this one goes on that side over there. All right, so now I gotta get these 2 screws out with a torque wrench. So where's our trusty torque wrench? Where's our trusty torque wrench? Okay, so what's going on, boys and girls? So the seat, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was daytime when I started disassembling the seat. Then I stopped the video. And the reason why I stopped the video is because even though the seat placement is 1.5 hours, a couple things just I'm going to warn you about installing the seat on the LiveWire. So the biggest issue is having some good tools. I mean, yes, I have a toolbox, but most of them are hand-me-downs. They're not really good quality Snap-on or whatever tools you normally, Matco or whatever tool sets you have. I would recommend, invest some money on some decent tools, because if you get crappy quality tools, obviously you're gonna have shitty results. And excuse my French, I am being French right now. So in my case, taking off 2 screws. So if we look at the instruction manual here for the LiveWire seat placement, we look at this, this is the 2 pieces we're gonna be installing here. So here they are, the 2 pieces. And then obviously we open it up and it says, to take off the first part, which is up here. This is fairly easy, just 2 screws, 2 torque screws. The hard part for me became this section here, where we have the back seat, or basically the long seat of the 2. These 2 screws that hold on the hinge over here, which basically on this documentation says here, raise seat, remove screws, remove seat cover, remove E-clip, which was easy with a needle nose plier, and I'll show you guys right now where this at. Remove washer and spring, which is easy. Remove screws, 7. So these 2 screws, which are Torx, they're 1 on each side, okay? If you look over here, there's 1 on each side. These 2 screws, my tools either suck or the screws were tightened, the torque on them was too tight. So I stripped one of them, which pretty much left me screwed. I tried every single trick in the book that I know of, by, hammering a groove into one of the screws, I even looked at my Dremel tool to see if I can drill in there, but obviously it's inside a groove, it's inside of a hole, a recessed hole, which means that I would scratch up the paint job on the bar, and I'll show you where. So at the end of the day, what I had to do is literally kind of force the seat out. So, and I'll show you guys what I did, which is a lot easier. So if we walk over to the bike here, okay, and we're here at the LiveWire bike, we're looking at the seat is on there right now. It looks really good. Excuse the lighting, I have some lighting here. It is dark here now, so thank God it's kind of cooled down too, so which is cool. So I come over here, pull this out, okay? So if I can show you guys, let me go through the other side, which is the angle that is not too pronounced. All right, so if we go in here and we turn on, if you guys can see in there, so there's that section that they were saying that we had to take off the 2 screws. So this clip right here comes off, which is fairly easy with a pair of pliers. This whole thing slides off, so it frees up this thing up here. But then you have the hinge part, which is down here, and I'll get that. And there's 2 screws, 1 here and 1 on the opposite side over here. And then what happens, I stripped the one on this opposite side, which I'm like, oh shit, I'm screwed. I mean, I worked on it, and eventually what I did is ended up taking off 1. I kind of shifted, or basically made these 2 bars here, these 2 bars not level, and I was able to slide off this whole seat assembly, keeping the center tube here, the center tube right here in place. Once that center tube was in place, then I was able to kind of move it around like so, move it around, and then obviously use some pliers on the other end to kind of twist and eventually take that screw off, which is basically the way I got this seat assembly off of here. And I'll show you guys right now what the end result was. So the end result is, so this is the screw that was semi-decent. Here you go, you see it here, and I'll get it over to the camera a little bit closer. There you go, that one looks it was usable all over again. I mean, I didn't screw it up that bad. This is the screw that got severed, or not severed, I'm sorry, got stripped. And if we can get it here on the camera angle, if the camera can zoom in, zoom out, you guys will see that it's kind of stripped. But nevertheless, so that's the way I got it out. So once that came off, it was easy enough to kind of go back to the bike and just reassemble everything. So basically what happens then is basically you go down here and you slide the tube in there, you put the two screws on each side here, and then once that's there, you slide back in this screw here, put in the clip, the E-clip, obviously the spring and the washers on the other side right here, and then everything goes into place. And then obviously one of the tips is make sure you have this nice and empty, because I started off with the cables and all my crap in there, which is a big no-no. It's a lot easier if you just empty it out. Be smart about it, work smart, not hard. And then now obviously if you go like this, you can do this and it goes down, and there it is. So there is your LiveWire now with a brand new seat. All right, guys, take care. See you in the next video.